Hello everybody, cheers to Saturday. I thought I would jump on and do a bit of a happy hour, a creative happy hour. I missed yesterday. I was feeling not flash. I've had a bit of a rough week, but today I thought no, I will get back in my craft room and just do a little bit more crafting. I can actually sit down again now, which is nice. I had to lie flat for a few days. So I just wanted to jump on and show you what I've been working on, which is this really fun layout. It's a double page layout and it is featuring the Hobby Haven collection. Now I want to show you the paper that has been, I guess, most used in this collection for me, in this layout, sorry. If I have an extra one of it, let's find out. I may have used it all. I found a strip of it. So this here is just an awesome plant layout. It's so much fun. And the other side is a really neutral, sorry, the glare means you probably can't see that very well, but it's a light pink graphic kind of design. But this is just fabulous. However, it is obviously quite busy and quite full on. And so what I decided to do was fussy cut a lot of the elements out. And I was really inspired by one of the Stampin' Up consultants in Australia. Her name's Janice, and she does amazing layouts. And she had this layout, and I looked at it and I thought, I could use that for some certain photos that I have. So the chairs inspired me more than the plants at first, and then I thought, hang on a minute, I've got chairs and plants. So I'll show you what I've got so far, and I'm just at the stage where I'm adding some embellishments, adding the photos, and choosing some journaling. So this is the left hand page, and I'm sorry it's backwards, but you can see here I've fussy cut and die cut some seats and plants, and then there's some cute little gems as well. And I have put some of these up on 3D foam tape. So the plant side of the paper I haven't used. I've used the grid side, which is I think just a bit more toned down. Usually I'm not a toned down person. And then this title here, Our Story, that was from the new Mix and Match ephemera pack. So they've got some great titles. And then this is the other side. And once again, more plants that I've fussy cut, and some of the die cuts as well that come with the kit. And I was playing around with the idea of putting some of these doilies in the layout, because I've got a whole lot of off-cut doilies. So let's start by doing that, because I think that's the first thing I want to do, is put these pink doilies on. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. It's been nice to actually see some sunshine, because it's been pretty average. I feel like we're just getting summer now. So yeah, I haven't been that excited about being outside anyway, but I'm just going to put the first doily on this page. I know it's really hard to see at the moment. I'm still trying to work out my my vision for doing these happy hours. I'm going to try film them so you can see me plus my screen. I just haven't gotten around to setting that camera set up yet. So as you can see, I've got the doily here. There is a weird gap though where there's a half doily here, so I want to do something to cover up that gap. But let's put the doily on the other side as well. I thought, oh, hang on, have I already stuck this down? No, I have not. It's just happy sitting in there. So yes, I've got a lot of Valentine's stuff that I've been doing as well, because Valentine's Day is coming up. So I'll try post a few of those things later on this week as well. Right, I'm just pulling that out a bit. So now I've got the doily on this side as well. So I've got my doilies. And I just realised there was something else I was going to do that might be too late now, but let's work on that. So I've got my doilies, And then if you can see where the little gems are, they've got some gold in them, and I wanted to bring some gold in. But first I want to show you the photos that inspired this layout, because as you can see, it's our story, so it's probably going to be me and Jereb, just saying. But there's the seat and the plants. So when I was in Oamaru for the Steampunk Festival, there was this amazing setup where we sat down and had some photos taken in our steampunk outfits, surrounded by plants, sitting on couches. So I was like, well, that's perfect. So these are the photos I'm going to be using today. But first I just want to get background quickly sorted. Now, because I want to bring more gold in, I just got these metallic textures rub-ons, which are Stampin' Up, and they come in silver and gold. I haven't even opened these yet, but you can see there's the gold. No, that's the silver. Let's try that again. You can see the silver and the gold. So I'm just going to open them up and see if there's anything that might kind of bring a little bit more gold into this layout. These rub-ons are really easy to use. This is my second pack. I've already gone through one pack. Now I am going to go with gold simply because there's gold flecks in the gems. So I've got, try not to stick things down everywhere. So I've got a couple of design options. I know it's probably hard to see with the glare, but I was thinking there's some fun leaves here or some speckles. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on the speckles, but these leaves might work considering we've got leaves everywhere. So what I'm going to do is quickly fussy cut them. Grab my scissors. So these rub-ons, I'll show you how to use them in a minute. They are fabulous just for adding a little bit of bling without too much texture, without too many layers. So if you like your layouts to sit quite flat, then this is great for that. So yeah. Now, I'm just wondering if I want something organic like a leaf to go with all the leaves, or if I want a splatter. But I feel like leaves are probably going to be the best option here. But I just don't know if I would then want gems. So let me just think, because a lot of these are a bit more organic. But then if I do splatters, I kind of wanted to do the splatters underneath things. This is where it gets tricky. I guess I could do a big splatter and then a little splatter. That could work. Big splatter, little splatter. So now I've got these paint splatter type things. So I could always put them there and there. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Let's commit to that. So I'll just bring this one in. So I want to probably put them a little bit under the plant. I can do that. So these are really, really easy to use. You just peel off the backing. Be really careful not to touch the foil. And then place it where you want it. Oh, if I can get... Just going to grab my spatula and lift this up a bit. Place that where you want it. And then all you have to do is rub. You don't need to use a bone folder or a, you know, like a popsicle stick or anything. These come off really easily. It's just my nails getting in the way. There we go. Oh, pretty. So that's just added. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Oh, I'll move that one off. That's just added some really fun foiling to my project. And then I'm going to put another foil up here. This is fun. So this, yeah, like I said, this is just so much fun if you don't want to add a whole lot of texture, but you want just something interesting on your page, because I'm one of those people who likes my layouts to sit quite flat. So let me know if you've used rub-ons before. Like I said, these come in silver and gold. So let me know in the comments if you have used rub-ons before, because they're not something that were around with close to my heart or anything like that. And I've seen them, who is it? Is it Stamperia and Prima, I think, do rub-ons, but I haven't seen a lot of them around, but they seem to be coming back into fashion, which is exciting. Right, so I've just peeled that off, and then I'm just going to put these in the rubbish. Been left with some fun gold splotches there. Now, I need to find something to put here to hide that kind of awful line, but before I do that, hang on, my throat's dry. Surprisingly, this is non-alcoholic today. Like I said, I've just been feeling a bit average, and so this is a Barker's syrup and water, because it's okay to just want to feel like some juice or something. So I've got my gold splatters. So the two photos I'm going to use for this layout, I'm just going to put this down for a second and get rid of all of my foil doodahs that I'm not using. Yeah, I think there's too many plants. If I'd used gold leaves as well, it might have just been overkill. So we are going with splatters. It looks so much fun. Cute. Right, photo time, because I will try and be quick. So with my photos, I've got these now. My photo mats I've cut to a true 6x4, so I just need to trim my photos down a teeny tiny bit. So I want them to be sort of 5 and 7.5/8. I don't know actually. How big do I want them? Yeah, so that is a good width, but so I don't need to chop the width because my photo printer cuts them slightly smaller than 6x4, but I do need to take off some height. That looks pretty good. Just a tiny bit of height. So I'm literally just cutting off like less than a quarter. Done. Cool. Right, so I'm going to stick these down. And then that will be the left-hand side of my page complete. I know you haven't seen the full page come together, but like I said, Janice, give credit to Janice for this layout, so I didn't want to share all her secrets. I think this layout is available on her website. If you search up Janice Stamping Up, I can't remember her last name, it begins with G. I will probably butcher it if I try and pronounce it, so because I can't remember it. Janice G. Let's call her Janice G. So yeah, she has a fabulous list of resources, and she is part of, oh my gosh, I foamed things and now I need to stick things down, so this is going to be a bit painful, but we will make it work. Anyway, Janice is part of the creative design team, which I love. And they've just released a new sketchbook, which I'm really excited about because I love a good sketchbook. So this is one of Janice's layout creations. So I didn't share that part of the process just because, yeah, she's the one who's come up with that part. But now my little extra embellishing and photos and journaling, that's my part. So I can share that with you. So here is the first part of that. Oh, we still need something for here. So the Hobby Haven pack comes with die cuts and they're very fun. I'm going to pull these out with the card stock behind it because otherwise they go everywhere. So you can see there's a variety of different bits and pieces. There's plants, there's an apron, there's an easel, there's tickets. So I'll probably just use a plant, to be honest, because you know, cross stitch and tea bags and self-care don't really go with my layout. So I've got a couple of different options. I could do a coffee machine. I love my coffee. So I've got, oh, this is going to be tricky. I could do like a little word sentiment. Do I have a little word sentiment is the question. Or I could just put, that looks weird. I'm going to get stuck on this now. This is going to be the tricky bit. Oh, there's still a little pot plant there. Hang on a minute. Because that dangles down there. Do I want that dangly pot plant, or do I want just a little blue pot plant? Oh, too many options. Because I've already got that down there, but then I could put that there as well, just to mask it. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing right now, but I've just got a wee pot plant. And then a wee leaf. Does that work? Yes, that works. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to glue down the leaf, and then I will pop up the pot plant on some foam tape. If I can find my foam. There's my foam. So if you're watching, hello, I can't see who's watching, but hello if you are. Feel free to say hi. If you comment, I can see it, so that way I know who's watching me. What was I going to say? Yes, foam tape. There is a little bit in this, and that's why I said, like, the gold, I don't really want to do a big pop of gold height, because I've got enough height with my pot plants. So this layout, like I said, when I saw this layout, Janice had used different papers, but I thought, this is a perfect way to use up these plants because it's got all the plants in the background. So that is the chair and the pot plants. They just go so well with this photo. I'm really happy with that. So that is the first page done with the title and the doily and the gold splatters and all these cute plants and texture there and dots. So that's page 1, or the left hand page. Going to the right. So we've stuck down the doily, we've stuck down the plants. Really what I need to do now is just the journaling and the photos. So once again, with these photos, I just need to trim them a tiny little bit, and I've got enough height. I just need a little bit chopped off the width. And I will chop from Jerib's end. So his jacket can get cut a little bit. Sorry, Jerib. I'm only trimming off the tiniest sliver. Like I said, my photo printer doesn't print a full 6x4, so if I do a layout, I just put my photo mats as a 6x4, and then that is usually enough. Right, once again, I'll just have to contend with the foam tape that I thought I had put down low enough, but obviously not. Right, so there we go. Now, I can stick that back down, and then I've just stuck this on top of the top layers. Ugh. Don't do what I do and stick things down. Like I said, I did this layout before I printed my photos, so I thought, oh yep, I'll be able to just add my photos later, and I thought I'd done my foam tape low enough, but I had not. But that is that photo there of us surrounded by plants. Like I said, the chairs and the plants it just works. It's great. Why are you not sticking down? There we go. Cute. Then I've got a wee tag there, but I won't use that. Right, now I will trim these two. And these, I think, once again, are going to be, just need a little bit off the left-hand side. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. I know about how much I need to cut off. Tiny sliver. Now, these photos are quite similar, but I just love them. I really do. So I thought I would put them both on and then separate them with some journaling in the middle. So I've got, oh, does that one needs a bit of height coming off it too. Oh. My photo printer will sometimes just make things really uneven, and one photo will end up being a bit taller than the other one. So let's just trim that. Done. Whoops. Right, I'm leaving my trimmer there. So I've got, there we go. Just got a nice green frame. Now this is Garden Green from Stamping Up, which, oops, I need to trim this one first, which I found is just a really nice, vibrant, no, I have trimmed that one. Really nice, vibrant green. I love it for Christmas, but it also works well with plant things. Right, so we've got our photos down. Do you know what we need on this side? Gold. So, do I use the same rub-ons? Probably. I think so, for cohesiveness, because otherwise my brain will tell me off and go, Lauren, what are you doing? That looks terrible. Where did my splatters go? So I used that one. So you don't get the same splatters more than once. They're all different. Where have my scissors gone? So I've got two splatters there, but now I don't have the same splatters. But that's okay. We can use different splatters. So I'm just going to get my scissors. And with this one, I guess because there are more photos, it probably doesn't matter too much that there aren't as many splatters, because it's a bit more information heavy. Right, so I've got a tiny little gold splatter which I'm going to put under the chair and pot plant. So let me do that now. See, I'm just using my finger, so you don't have to worry too much. That's cute. So I've got that splatter, if you can see there. Just put some gold there. And then I need some gold up in this corner here. Where did I cut my blobs from? There we go. So I've got two, I'll call them blobs. So I'm just going to put one blob up here and one over here. And then that kind of creates a triangle of where my gold bits are. And yeah, I think that's, unless I want that one down there, but then that's on par with, like, that's where, oh, this is tricky. If I put gold there and then gold up here, actually I don't want any more gold on the white, because the gold's mostly on the pink grid on the other bit. So let's just keep with that and put gold on the pink. So I'm just rubbing that on, and hopefully I didn't go over my doily too much. I have a feeling maybe I did, but we will. Oh no, look at that, I just missed it. Cute. And then this one up here. So I'm just going to slightly lift these up, push that down. So these are great, because the old rub-ons that I know, you used to have to get that popsicle stick and go completely crazy. Whereas these ones, you literally just, yeah, rub them with your finger and then they come off. Oh, so pretty. So my gold on this, oh, you can see it. My gold on this page is a bit more defined, but in smaller parts. So you've got gold there, and then little gold splatter down here. You could take it one step further and do some gold embossing. You could put something in gold, or a gold embossed title. However, I cannot be bothered getting my heat gun out today, and I've already got a title, so that's fine. You could add some more gold glitter gems or gold foil hearts, anything you want. But the only thing I have left to do now is my title. No, not my title, my journaling. I'm just tidying up after myself. So for journaling, up here, I have a whole lot of journal cards. I even labelled them, because that's what I'm like. So I just want to go through and find one that matches with this side of the layout. So I'm looking for either like a turquoise green, or a turquoise blue, or a green, or even the coral salmon-y pink. So that one works. That's got the coral in it and the blue. This is a school themed one, but I always encourage you to look beyond the theme, because this one says picture perfect, so that could go with anything. You know, so there could be one with plants or something. So it's really about just looking beyond what you need. Obviously nothing in there, but we can keep looking. So I've got fruit, that probably won't work. Party Time has that nice bold green plus lagoon in it. So let's see if there's any journal boxes in there that work. So once again, this is a party themed one. And see, that has a blue grid that matches the grid for here, but then I'd still have to figure out a way to line it. So but here's a great one. It says date, and then it's got journaling, I can never say that word, journaling lines, and it is kind of in that same family of colour, but it's not, actually that works really well, because as you can see, if I trim it down a bit, we've got the blues and the dark blues in the plants here. So I think I'm going to stop looking, because I am one of those people, once I've found something that I'm happy with, I don't want to give myself more options, because then I just get confused. So I do want to trim this down a bit just to fit in here. So it's a true 6x4. I mean, I could leave it as a 6x4 and then not have it matted. That's another option. So I can either have it so that there's no green showing at all, or I could still have a pop of green showing. So what do I like? I think I still like the green showing, just to keep it anchored, keep it all the same. So I'm just going to move my rub-ons. Yeah, I think not having the green kind of throws me. I don't know. Is everything else in green? Yes. Let me see if I like it with... Yeah, no, definitely matted in green. Definitely. So I'm just going to trim it a little bit. So I'm just going to do a minuscule trim, because I want it to be even on both sides. Okay, so that's still a bit long. It's getting a bit raggy. And then, where did my scissors go? There. So my trimmer just went a bit AWOL there, so I'm just gonna trim it nicely, and then trim a little bit off the top. And let's see if that looks good. Yes, wonderful. So you can see the back is confetti, so absolutely not in theme at all. But like I said, sometimes you just have to think outside the box, and yes, this is a birthday journaling box technically, but the colours work for my layout. So as you can see, there's my journaling box. So if we put them together this way, you've got our story with the gold, and then more photos and gold, and the journaling over here. So I won't bore you with the journaling. I will put a finished photo up with the journaling, but you don't need to see me writing, because I pull weird faces when I'm writing. So that is the finished layout. So as you can see, yeah, the pot plants and the chairs, it all somehow works. Somehow I had chairs and plants, photos that match with the chairs and plants in the Hobby Haven paper packet. So fabulous. Oh, hi Miranda. I've just finished up the layout. So as you can see here, I've got my 3x4 photos, my journaling box, and just a whole lot of fun little plants. So there we go. So I hope I have done Janice's sketch justice, and yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I love the gold, and then the subtle doilies, and then just the fun plants. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the entire block of plant paper, but as you can see, just fussy cutting things really works well with this collection, because you can just make little clusters. Oh, thanks, Miranda. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching that. I'm going to go and do my journaling off screen, and then I will post some photos about that. The other thing, just quickly, is registrations are opening soon for my retreat in Hanmer Springs in the South Island of New Zealand. So if you would like to be notified of that, I will put up a Facebook event and all the sign-up sheets. I think it's the Monday after Waitangi weekend, so the 9th of February, registrations open, just because I have a pretty full-on Waitangi weekend. So registrations open for Hanmer Springs on the 9th of February at 9 a.m. And I'll share some more information about that in my next Creative Happy Hour, which will be in 2 weeks, because Waitangi weekend, yeah, I'm away. So next weekend I will be getting lots of photo opportunities, and then the weekend after that I'll jump online, do another Creative Happy Hour and show you something else fun. But thanks for watching, and as always, I'd love to know what you want to see on these Creative Happy Hours, and cheers. I'll see you in a fortnight.